You're not gonna believe you, man. Mayweather just got punched up, bro. Money Mayweather just got punched up, bro.
Just go dark and scam people, but as a person who hasn't been a victim of this, it's quite amusing.
You gotta respect anything a person does and stay undefeated that long. So I respect it to a degree, yeah. Is it a 50 note that I think, oh, he the greatest fighter all time? No.
The boxing world is reeling after shocking reports surfaced that Floyd Mayweather is being sued. For an eye-watering $500 million in debt, the news has hit like a knockout punch, sparking a wave of reactions from stunned fans, boxing analysts, and even former fighters. Once revered as Money Mayweather for his undefeated record and flamboyant, luxury-filled lifestyle, Floyd is now under fire, with many questioning how a man who flaunted such immense wealth could end up in...
We're gonna get through this. That's tough.
Social media has exploded with heated responses, some expressing disbelief, others showing no sympathy at all. While some users see the situation as a cautionary tale, others are outright brutal. This is karma. One fan posted, another didn't mince words, saying his frustrations boiled over across...
I'm just flabbergasted that the highest paid boxer, one of the most famous people on the planet, Floyd Mayweather, has managed to become a repeat offender as a scam artist.
NFT world, guess what?
Guess what?
Drop. And of course, I'm the money man. But guess what?
Sure are.
We're not done yet.
We aren't?
They told me
there's more scamming to be done.
And it's not over.
Oh my God.
Autograph gloves.
Oh my God, that's incredible. 2,000 people that invest in his NFT project get a chance to win autographed gloves. It's crazy. But you might be asking, did he actually follow through on his promises and deliver these gloves? Of course he f***ing did.
Money May, you all know the rest.
Money May, you all know the rest. You just got scammed again.
Floyd Mayweather, once a symbol of success and excess, is now at the center of what feels like a real-life financial thriller. As the story continues to develop, many are left wondering whether the legendary boxer can dodge this blow, or if his empire is finally beginning to crumble under the weight of unchecked extravagance.
Imagine working for someone whose whole persona is money, 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 and you don't get paid. Well, that's exactly what it is for employees of Floyd Mayweather. Employees of his Los Angeles gym accused Floyd Mayweather of bankruptcy after failing to pay them. I mean, he's still buying stuff. Portfolio valued at $10 billion, including 18 office buildings spanning. I mean, he can do all this, but he can't pay his employees' salaries? $10 billion portfolio, 18 office buildings spanning 10 million square feet. Like what? Another deal he finalized with a 20 million property in Manhattan. Financial troubles. Despite these high-profile purchases, allegations of unpaid wages at Mayweather's Los Angeles gym have sparked...
Documents and insider sources reveal that the $500 million lawsuit against Floyd Mayweather rises from a combination of failed business deals, outstanding debts,
significant backlash. Employees claim that they haven't received paychecks, prompting a public protest outside the facility on Highland Avenue. One protester held a sign accusing Mayweather of modern-day slavery, while another noted that the money team has no money. Even if you work for a different company and if you ain't getting paid, you're scared to show up and say something because you know how businesses do. They silence you and they fire you. The employees alleged violations of California Labor Code 210, which mandates penalties for late wages. First-time violations can include fines between $100 to $200 and unpaid wages beyond the 30 days entitled work to a full day pay for every day delayed. That is crazy. Money team ain't got no money. Apparently it's not the first time too. They had one in Elk Grove and it closed down because the landlord sued for a non-payment of $30,000 in rent.
And what some describe as reckless financial mismanagement. While the retired boxing legend has consistently flaunted his extravagant lifestyle, this legal crisis has cast doubt on whether that wealth was ever as solid as it seemed. Many in the boxing world now question if Mayweather's relentless pursuit,
and for all the right reasons. It's not about boxing. It's about his latest ICO promotion. And this is the third one that I've actually seen in the past couple months. I reported on an ICO that he was backing about a month or so ago. And then the time before that was before I started my little YouTube channel here as your Crypto Mentor 99. So this was from CoinDesk.com. Floyd Mayweather stumps for crypto card in latest ICO. And I'm actually somewhat
of a billionaire image has finally caught up with him, potentially leaving behind a financial disaster that could damage his legacy for good.
Mayweather, a man who can't even read, for investing advice. That's exactly what happened last year when he was paid to promote the absolute Ponzi scheme token Ethereum Max, along with other celebrities like Kim Kardashian, Antonio Brown, and Paul Pierce. The coin shortly fell 97% right after the launch, leaving millions of fans and investors bankrupt. So to see what coins you should be actually buying, be sure to follow me. But like I was saying,
Bad mistakes. I didn't want to hustle drugs. All I wanted to do was become a champion someday and have something.
Yes, we know, Floyd. You hustled Ethereum Max into people's wallets and then straight out. You weren't promoting financial freedom. You were speedrunning a rug pull. Don't believe everything you see online with these celebrities. They'll even sell their soul for a couple of bucks. They don't care if you go broke.
Mayweather Jr. has faced heavy criticism for endorsing cryptocurrency ventures that reportedly caused substantial financial losses for his followers. A prominent example is the Ethereum-based token he promoted during a major boxing event.
Loads of them were calling other jewelers to come over and see him, and by the time they got there, there was a massive argument going on. People were pushing and trying to get to Mayweather.
And other publicity campaigns, despite his strong public backing. The token's value crashed by more than 99%, leaving many investors feeling deceived and hurt financially. Further probes have connected Mayweather to several crypto projects accused of being rug pulls.
A Miami jeweler that goes by the name of Leonard Sulaimanov is like, give me my money, give me my money. So he is hitting Floyd Mayweather with a huge lawsuit. Y'all, we're talking about a cool $4 million for some luxurious watches and diamonds that Floyd supposedly forgot to pay for. Y'all know he forget to cash checks. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? He might have forgot to pay for it for real.
An example is the Centratech ICO in 2017, for which Mayweather was fined by the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission due to his failure to disclose promotional payment.
Buy assets or luxury items under business entities. This allows them to pay less tax while also having protection against lawsuits personally. In this case, Tyga and Floyd used a watch broker and some upfront cash to make the deal go through. But as the days passed, no payment was made on the balance that was due, and even their agent admitted they owed $4 million. So what these two did is they signed and paid using a business, and then before paying the full amount, gifted it to themselves on behalf of the business that bought it. Therefore, the broker can't go after Floyd or Tyga because they didn't buy it from them personally. A business that they may control bought it and then gifted it to them, but in this sense is completely separate. But what they did is how the rich get richer. Us in our daily lives have no protection from lawsuits, but as soon as you use a business, the laws completely change. So I'm not saying you should do this or that they'll even...
Critics argue that Mayweather used his celebrity status to endorse these projects without properly revealing his financial ties.
Supposedly is held hostage in Dubai. Vontae Davis suggested this, who I believe is signed under Floyd Mayweather. And Floyd responded back of posting a video of Tank dancing on his IG, saying, "We always knew he had sugar in the tank." Like, actually, that's insane posting this online. I'm not even kidding. And then Tank went on his IG story to say this.
Yo, them people over in Dubai that money. Tell them get on live right now. And you old people in Saudi Arabia.
And Floyd responded back saying he should fight Shakur instead. I have no clue what is going on with this beef, but they're basically saying that Floyd...
The boxing world is reeling after shocking reports surfaced that Floyd Mayweather is being sued for an eye-watering $500 million in debt. The news has hit like a knockout punch, sparking a wave of reactions from stunned fans, boxing analysts.
Bit of a mad statement. And he said that Floyd Mayweather has been held captive in Dubai because he owes people money and he can't pay them, or won't pay them, one or the other. Before I carry on, please hit that follow button if you haven't already. We're on a mission to get to 10k. Now for me, the idea that one of the richest men in the world cannot pay somebody in Dubai is a bit mad. However, Tank Davis has come out and said ask Floyd to go live right now, and he can't. Which is a fair point, and knowing how Mayweather's ego is, if it was possible for him to go live, he would be responding to this straight off the bat. Now that being said, it wasn't that long ago since we saw that video call between him and Bill Haney on the internet. Whether this is true or not, I do not know. It could just be Tank throwing shots at...
And even former fighters, once revered as Money Mayweather for his undefeated record in flamboyant, luxury-filled lifestyle, Floyd is now under fire, with many questioning how a man who flaunted such immense wealth could end up in such